custody. Since the acquisition, our customer base has grown more than 200%.
The Genius Act opens the door for digital assets to come into the mainstream.
Why this remarkable run from the April bottom still can't get much love.
Is that going to happen then, to Kelly's point, with stablecoins? I now can kind of replace.
As you know, markets don't peak when investors are skeptical. They peak when there's...
That's because number one for us is utility.
Your XRP, your XLM, and your HBAR, you are about to get left in the fucking dust.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags, and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? We got XRP currently right around $3.22. We got a few days until the monthly candle close. If you see here, July was a nice green candle. And if we go back to when XRP started to surge back in November, we had a nice green candle, followed by another monster green candle in December, followed by another monster green candle in January. Also, if we copy these candles from November to January and lay it over our current position for XRP, could we have a repeat of what we did in November, December, and January? Two more monster green candles to follow for XRP. I hope you got those bags packed, glitches. We got uphold, repeat after us. Digital assets are the future. Utility coins are the future.
Mr. President, on Friday, President Trump signed the first major digital assets bill in American history into law. The Genius Act opens the door for digital assets to come into the mainstream. And it sets us up for sustained American leadership in financial innovation. Thanks to the work of Senators Lummis and Hagerty and Chairman Tim Scott, the Genius Act will help, as President Trump said, make America the crypto capital of the world.
The best is still yet to come. Crawl, walk. Then we rock it. XRP is the future, and the future is now. Tom Lee, markets don't peak on fear. Tom Lee calls this the most hated V-shaped rally. With FOMC risk and tariff fears keeping institutions cautious, bull markets don't top on fear. They top on euphoria. We're setting up that next moonshot.
Why this remarkable run from the April bottom still can't get much love. Let's bring in Fundstrat's Tom Lee. Those are your words. You continue to say that this is the most hated V-shaped rally. Is it still?
Yes, markets made new highs this week. I don't find a lot of people cheering and happy. Most of our institutional clients are skeptical of this recovery because they feel that there's still looming uncertainties, whether it's the FOMC or the tariff deadline. So, as you know, markets don't peak when investors are skeptical. They peak when there's over exuberant enthusiasm. There's no signs of that today.
They're not wrong with wondering about the uncertainty relative to those issues, are they?
They're not wrong, but I think it's the amplitude that people got wrong. So in April, people thought if you didn't have a trade deal, we'd have economic Armageddon. But now what they're finding that is if you're wrong, it's just we don't have to fall off a cliff. And so there can be diplomatic solutions or even pushing off deadlines.
Okay. Sadly, most of our families will be left behind. They didn't want to listen. But if you're holding XRP, you were chosen. Smoke Dog, no one uses XRP except for hundreds of financial institutions like American Express, Bank of America, Santander, but don't let the facts get in the way of a good narrative. Bank money, institutions, on their way to pump our bags up. Chad Steingraber, Ripple stacked the deck before the game even started. Custody, prime broker, US digital dollar licenses. XRP, X marks the spot since the acquisition of Medico. Subject views. Ripple customers base has increased 200%. The managing director of North America, Joni Z, says that they're becoming a one-stop shop for institutions to tokenize the one true killer app.
Gotcha. Joni, I want to throw this one to you. Kind of want to talk, I think it's interesting we're having this conversation now. You guys, as a company, made a ton of investments on the M&A side when we talk about custody back in 2023, I believe. And now we're really seeing those things bear fruit. So I wanted to ask you specifically about sort of the M&A environment around custody and sort of the strategic roadmap that you're building as you seek to court more customers this year and next. Any thoughts on how those acquisitions have played into your strategy?
Yeah, definitely. So back in 2023, we acquired a Swiss-based custody provider, Medico, right? Recognizing that self-custody will be critical, right? Just not for safely holding digital assets today, but for enabling new and emerging use cases in the future. So after acquiring them, we put in 2 more years of development, and the solution now is Ripple Custody. And since acquisition, our customer base has grown more than 200%. It's now trusted by leading institutions globally that want to participate in this tokenized economy. And then custody is really just one piece of our kind of broader infrastructure strategy, right? We're continuing to innovate, continue to evolve our product suite to offer a one-stop shop for institutions to tokenize, store, exchange, and move value across a number of core product categories. Just for those who might not be familiar, outside of custody, we do have our own, USD-backed stablecoin called RLUSD. We have our, well-known payments products called Ripple Payments Direct. And those are all the building blocks for us to become that ultimate one-stop shop for institutions to tokenize. We'll continue to be active in the M&A space. We'll continue to identify, strategic investments that could, add on to our overall product offering and provide more value to our financial institutional clients.
They said XRP was a scam. They said XRP was centralized, but it was all part of the show to shake you out so they can buy up your baggies. Also, prepare yourself for the most hated rally, because XRP was an IQ test and a lot of people are failing, but the 1% diamond hands kept on loading up on the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes. 110 billion Van Eck said on CNBC that every bank is coming to Bitcoin, crypto, or do they want those utility bags? It's happening.
Done spectacularly. A lot of different reasons for that, but they don't seem scared about anything happening on the crypto front that's going to come in and take any of their business.
It's going to be very hard, Kelly. It'll be several quarters before it'll impact earnings, either to the positive or to the negative, but stocks are kind of moving in anticipation of that, kind of right now. And you see the incumbents, right? Ethereum has had a great month. Circle, the one public stablecoin company, has had a great run since its IPO. So, the market's getting ahead of it, but those are just the incumbents. The point that David made, there could be a lot of competitors coming into this space.
So right now, let's say I want to buy the OIH, right? I think you've heard of that, the Van Eck Oil and Gas.
I try to forget it, yes.
Yes, no. Well, investors have lately, but it was hot for a while. I put money, actual cash, into, say, Schwab or Fidelity or TD Ameritrade or whatever it is. I buy that, they transfer the cash over to you or your firm, they buy the equity. Is that going to happen then, to Kelly's point, with stablecoins? I now can kind of replace the cash aspect of it with some kind of crypto holding.
The gating factor now is you always have to touch first base, and the first base is your bank account. And you won't have to do that necessarily.
And the focus is utility. There's XRP on the XRP ledger. Price will follow. Don't get distracted. It's all noise. Keep on loading up while you still have some time.
XRP has been experiencing a lot of price movements so far, reaching very high, above $3 in early 2025, before the correction. And how do you balance the excitement of the token itself and, the price appreciation, and also between that and, on the utility and balance that between that and the utility and the long-term adoption?
Yeah, that's a question that we get asked about a lot, but it's one that I have to say internally doesn't get much focus. And that's because number one for us is utility. So the market for crypto is very unstable. And often, we're surprised by which way the market moves or some of the volatility, because we don't have an answer or a reason behind it. So what we do as an organization is we have some personal interest in watching this space and tracking the price of XRP, of Bitcoin, of Ethereum. However, what we do as an organization is really focus on what are the use cases of building on the XRP ledger, what are the use cases of using digital assets like XRP, like RLUSD in payment infrastructure? What are the capabilities or the transformation that can come when you adopt digital assets? And that means that we're pretty arm's length from any of the movement or volatility in the crypto world because we're laser focused on utility for the institutions that we work with.
The transformation is upon us. Utility trumps all, and Bitcoin's store of value isn't utility. Know what you hold. XRPL, the new financial system. XRP, the world reserve currency. XLM, IMF, unbanked, REL. HBAR, Quantum REL. XDC, World Trade Finance. ZBEC, World Payroll. Quant, Network REL. DAG, Military Data. IOTA, IoT War REL. SHX, ACH, XPR, FedRel, ADA, Self-Govern, Algo, RWA. Lock in.
To your financial structure. And I will tell you right here, right now, that if you have not stacked your XRP, your XLM, and your HBAR, you are about to get left in the fucking dust. And why do I know this? Because I'm tied to the financial systems, the actual private central banking systems going forward. This was our tasking. This was our job. We've been at this program for decades, not a couple of months, not a couple of years. It's been in the works for decades. Let that number sink in. Decades.
XRP cooling period is done. Wave 3 targets are igniting. 1313, 1822, 3676. But the final destination, 117. All the price predictions will be left in the dust because XRP will shatter all. Price predictions. This is how parabolic waves work. June and July lit the fuse. August brings the explosions. Haters will chase. Believers will lead. Mustache altcoins total 2 has reclaimed a trend line that has existed for 8 years and is currently retesting it. There's no more bullish scenario than this. Q1, Q2 was nothing more than a huge fake out. Watch your altcoins fly in the coming weeks and months. A few days left for the monthly candle close. Crypto's TA all season progress 14%, and we're just barely getting started. XAIF crypto bears got wiped out hard below $3, over 12 million in liquidations. Now XRP is building pressure around 335, 360. Next stop, Mikey Bull alt season interesting signal. Bitcoin dominance breaking downwards. MACD bearish cross. And with that being said, bad man bag ladies, we'll see you at the castle party at $100 XRP with the Rezvani fleet out front. Let me know down below what you're gonna be pulling up in. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP rich list. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Shout out to the latest sub, John Bull. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button and help pump XRP to the moon. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This the moon party. Hey, this the moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This the moon party. This the moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed round.